Okay, Uncle Louie, take two. First one got interrupted. Uncle Louie here today, but we're not going to talk about collections today. But if you need help, you can always reach out to Uncle Louie. Uncle Louie wants to wish every one of those mothers and future mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. But Uncle Louie's going to talk about his mother today. A great lady who, when she was 9 years old, her father walked out on them, and my mother became a surrogate father to her three younger brothers. And she did anything she could do to help my grandmother, a tremendous lady herself, raise four kids all by herself. And I want you to think about it. She raised them back in the 50s, the 40s and the 50s. But my mother, tremendous lady. But when Uncle Louie was born with a couple birth defects. Nothing major, but one. Uncle Louie, aorta was pinch closed, and he had to have surgery when he was 6 years old. And think about being a mother and going through knowing your son may only live a 50-50 chance. But not my mother. My mother was there, took care of me like a rock. Okay? Later on, Uncle Louie went to middle school, got to high school. Uncle Louie, hey, played a role, got a little bit of trouble, got, kicked out of school once or twice. But my mother, she never gave up on me. Never. Okay? Then, Uncle Louie, as a young man, gets married. Right? What happens? Uncle Louie has two beautiful daughters. And today I tell you, my daughters have turned into two beautiful women, tremendous additions to society. And my oldest daughter is now a mother, and I see so much of my mother in her, in the way she takes care of my grandson. That's right, Uncle Louie's a granddaddy now. Okay? She did a tremendous job. But as time went on, Uncle Louie went through divorce. And we all go through it, right? No big deal. I hope not all of us, but a lot of us. My mother was there, no matter what. My mother was there. She helped me with the kids. She helped me with the house. She helped me, with school. She helped me everything. She helped me with my business. Okay? Never said no. She never says no. How can I help? Well, when Uncle Louie's going through the divorce, hey, single father, two daughters, there were a few things Uncle Louie didn't know. She stepped up, and she was there whenever I needed advice. And she played a real intricate role in my daughters. And I want you to think about this. And this is the God's honest truth from Uncle Louie. My daughters talk to my mother at least 4 or 5 times a week, if not more. They call her. One's living in Boston. The other one lives in New York City. And they both call my mother in Connecticut almost every day. Sometimes they call more times a week than Uncle Louie. And Uncle Louie hears about it. Italian mother, right? So, but what I'm saying to you is, what a great woman she's turned into be. I can't thank you enough for being the mother that you've been, for being the grandmother you've been, and now seeing the joy in your eyes with your new great-grandson, my grandson. It just goes to show you the circle of life. When I was a young man, as my grandfather got older, I watched him get very emotional. And I was like, man, this was a strong man when I was young. And he'd get emotional. Well, Uncle Louie's there too. Uncle Louie's following in his father's footsteps and his grandfather's footsteps. They get older, they get a little bit more emotional, right? Because why? We start to realize what life's all about, right? Family. Being there for family. I got great friends all across the country. Tremendous. I've been blessed. I worked in all 50 states. Uncle Louie now living in Silicon Valley, but yet friends all over the country. But what I tell you, my best friend, and I didn't realize that till just recently in the last couple of years, my rock, my mentor, the woman who never judges me, when they talk about unconditional love, I don't think most of us give a mother enough credit. That's true unconditional love. I know, we all love our wives or our girlfriends or fiancés like Uncle Louie does. But what I'm saying to you is a mother unconditional. No matter how bad I screwed up as a kid, she was behind me. Okay? And what I'm trying to say to you, when I was going through the divorce and everything else in my life, Uncle Louie's business went under at one point, had to start all over. She was there. No questions asked. And I say to myself, how lucky I am. But now I'm watching her the last 4 or 5 years. She's come down with a couple little illnesses. that she's fighting. And you know what? When I was going through everything and Uncle Louie lost the business and sold the house and had to start all over, and yeah, there was a tough time in 2009, 2010. You know, I said to myself, I've got to teach my daughters a lesson in life that no matter how hard it gets, you don't stop fighting. You fight back and make it work. Well, I didn't realize where the energy came from until I watched her take on these illnesses. Never complains. Never says to me, you know, I'm really in pain. Can you come home? Can you do this? Never. She just, you know, if you ask her, she'll talk to you and she'll be honest with you. But this woman, she's in the pool every day working. She had to change her diet. She changed it like that. Wish Uncle Louie could do that. That's one trait I wish you did give me, but Uncle Louie don't have that trait. But what I'm trying to say to you is I watched this woman. She totally amazes me. I watched my grandmother, her mother, raise 4 kids, was a matriarch to us all. You know what? All I can say, Ma, not only have you filled her role, but you've exceeded her expectations. And all I can say for that, for me, my brother, my sister, my 2 daughters, my 2 nephews, my niece, my brother-in-law, and my father, most important, you know, there's no words I can say to say thank you enough. You know, I watched my sister. You know, they say as you go through life, you're products of your upbringing. I'm watching my sister raise 3 phenomenal young people. My 2 nephews, tremendous. Well-talented, well-schooled, but some of the most polite young gentlemen you're ever going to meet. If you ever get the chance to meet my nephews, Uncle Louie will tell you, you'll be very happy to have them on your network. My niece, she's a tremendous young lady and going far. But, you know, like I said, I go back, how she helped me with my daughters. I have a daughter that's succeeding, you know, up in Boston as a mechanical engineer, getting married this year. Yeah, another wedding for Uncle Louie. One last year, one this year. My daughter now in New York City. Baby boy, MJ. He's going to be 5 months on Friday, and I think he's about 29 or 30 inches long already, and he's like 21 pounds. Yeah, he's a brute. You know, chunk of monk, I call him. But he's a beautiful baby, and he's always smiling. And I'm saying to myself, you know, did I really realize, you know, Uncle Louie's worked hard all his life to make success and get ahead in life and try to, you know, be up on top of the ladder. And you know what Uncle Louie learned in the last couple of years? It's not all about money. Yeah, Uncle Louie works hard. Yeah, Uncle Louie tries to make money. But what Uncle Louie doesn't realize, or I shouldn't say didn't realize, was how lucky a man I was to be born in such a phenomenal family and to have such a woman behind every, you know, they say behind every great man is a woman. I wasn't blessed on the marriage side, didn't do too well, although I'm doing really good now. And I thank her for that. But what I would say to you, bottom line, is my mother's been there through thick and thin. And I can't ask for anything better. So, Mom, how do I say this? On Mother's Day, yeah, Uncle Louie's sinus is going crazy today. You showed me how to fight. You showed me how to win. You showed me how to lose. But most important, you showed me how to be open and emotional. I always tell people, Uncle Louie's feminine side, although you may not see it, Uncle Louie can't show it all the time. There's a big soft spot to my nickname, Grizzly Bear, okay? There's a big soft spot to me. I always want to help people. You know, recent family tragedy I just found out about recently. You know, you realize that all the little things that were wrong in family don't matter anymore. You're there to help family because family is what's number one. So, Mom, 56 years old, Uncle Louie, this year, and you're still teaching me. You're still mentoring me. You're still guiding me. So all I can say is God blessed me with, in Uncle Louie's eyes, the greatest mother that any one man could ask for. And I truly appreciate everything you've done for me, my brother and my sister, my father, and all my daughters and my nieces and my nephews and my brother-in-law. You know, we've been blessed. And I wish I could be there today with you. I know I missed a couple Mother's Day, but you know I'm there in spirit, and I'll be coming home real soon, sooner than expected. It looks like, at least I don't know. Uncle Louie's schedule goes all over the place. But what I want to say is I love you. I appreciate everything you've done for me and my daughters and helping me turn my daughters into what I think is a mirror of you, which I think is the biggest compliment any man could ever give to his mother. So, from the bottom of my heart, Uncle Louie says, Happy Mother's Day, and I love you. Ciao, and I take my hat off to you.